I wanted to make a little update on Giovanni's room. I'm currently like 9 pages from the end, so I'm basically done, and I've really enjoyed it so far. Particularly James Baldwin's writing style, I think is so fascinating and so addictive. Just reading his writing has made me want to like write more for myself. I'm actually currently finishing up my first piece that I think I'm going to be publishing on Substack. Writing has always been a very big part of my life, particularly in the last year and a half, but it has always been like personal and intimate for myself and my eyes only. However, in the past months, I've been feeling like this urge to put my writing out into the universe for others to see, but I've had a reticence at the same time because it is something that is so intimate to me and so vulnerable. I've had this fear that like how people view my writing would change how I view my writing. I've been kind of like put off from sharing it to the outside world. However, I kind of want to change that because I love writing and I don't want to like close this door in my life. So I think I'm going to start publishing personal essays and reflections on Substack. I'm for sure going to link the link in the description of the video if I do so, but I think I'm gonna. So if you want to check it out, please check it out and let me know what you think. Hopefully you like it, but yeah. It's kind of late, but I wanted to come on here to talk to you guys about a movie that I saw yesterday because it was honestly like one of the best movies I had seen in a really long time. It's entitled Le Paradis, but I think that in English the title is The Lost Boys. It's a queer Belgian movie that takes place almost entirely within a juvenile detention center, and it centers around our two main characters and the attachment that they form for each other. I found it so beautiful and so tender, but also so important. Especially the setting of the movie I found was such a strong choice, because a lot of the time the mainstream images and narratives surrounding youth in juvenile detention centers is really unjust and alienating to them, and I thought that the film did such a good job at opposing this perspective and opposing this narrative, simply by portraying these characters through a lens of empathy and humanness, which I found so cool because, again, usually people who are in these youth correctional facilities face a really harsh ostracism and blame from society that should absolutely not be put entirely onto them, given that most of the time these are kids that are victims of their circumstances. And I loved how the film made us identify with this group of people that are often excluded to the periphery of society by most. And by doing that, the film also highlighted the flaws that are inherent to systems such as these. Also, the main actors were so perfect in my opinion. Julien Saint-Jean is seriously becoming like one of my favorite rising actors. I cannot wait to see what he does next. He was in the film adaptation of Philippe Besson's Arrête avec tes mensonges, or Lie with Me in English, which if you haven't seen the movie or read the book, I absolutely recommend both. They're both phenomenal. And yeah, apart from that, I've started Crying in Mart by Michelle Zauner. I'm currently only like at page 80, I think, but I'm really liking it so far. I'm gonna be talking about this later when I'm further in, but so far very good. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go do my skincare now. It's kind of late here and I need to get ready for bed, but I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, I think my cat Emma, this is Emma, I think she wants to say good night too. I've been thinking a lot lately about the idea of the psychosocial moratorium. It's a concept in psychology that refers to a period of time in a person's life when they, oftentimes in adolescence or young adulthood, can freely experiment and explore who they wish to be. A period of time during which a person can retain a more fluid identity, often preluding identity achievement. I believe Erik Erikson coined the term, and according to him, the moratorium is not at all maladaptive. Quite on the contrary, it's part of the healthy cycle of a young adult's life on the road to identity formation. An opportunity to step outside of the box that was maybe assigned to you, or to reconsider the choices that you made when you were younger. A chance for re-evaluation, for self-discovery. Often, we're led to believe that identity achievement, or the concretization of your own identity, is the end-all goal. And it's true that it's important to know your values, your goals, and what you stand for. However, I feel like sometimes we make the mistake of becoming pigeonholed into a distinct identity, and we might later recognize that the identity that we inadvertently crafted for ourselves might no longer entirely resonate with our current self, or might be inhibitory to the person that we wish to become. I feel like in this world where we're expected to pick our life's path and purpose so young, at an age when most of us haven't seen much beyond the walls of a classroom and of our family's home, we can become under the false impression that our identity, our purpose, has been set in stone for us by the time that we're 18 years old. We see ourselves as one way, and people see us as one way, and that can leave us feeling and acting quite rigidly. We inadvertently become accustomed to the habits that we mindlessly perform. We become prisoners to the narratives that our mind hears day in and day out. And ultimately, we become victims to the negative, self-fulfilling prophecies that they create. And in these last few months, I've been trying actively to step out of this rigidity of identity, and the idea of the moratorium has been quite comforting to me, as a permission for re-evaluation, for fluidity, and for exploration. And the moratorium can be quite a daunting time, a time where you can feel lost, behind, or uncertain about what's ahead. But instead of ignoring these feelings and pursuing my life as I have before, I want to allow myself to embrace the moratorium, or as D.H. Lawrence said, to stop being enslaved to my own idea of myself.